Namaste, welcome back Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Rising. Thanks for your dedication and your choosing me as your tarot reader or oracle reader. As a number, these are technically oracle cards. So, as I prepare for your your week by week for the month of January, a few things to share with you. So, I didn't even share the full synchronistic occurrences with your reading. All right. The stars went away here for a few days, and it bothered me. I waited until the stars came back to do your reading. Like, the stars came back. Some of the stars came back, saw some stars, now doing your reading. We had a slushy snowfall. Like, we had ice rain and like a slushy snow, mostly while I was sleeping. So if you're into astrology, then you know what I'm talking about. Spirit has really been like making an effort to connect and help us bring in this energy of abundance into our hearts. So I hope that you appreciate that aspect of it too as well. I could have done things to bring your energy into the table, into the reading. You know, I have seashells. You are the sign associated with the ocean as well. So I am doing the offer for the ancestor readings. I am doing a like custom help me set up the table reading with those. And I can do that with other readings as well, some of the personal readings. If that's of interest, please bring that up when you message me, letting me know you're interested in a personal reading. So here's the lovely Goddess Guidance deck that we're working into the week by week. As many of you probably have come to awareness of, time is much more fluid than it is linear. And so these aren't necessarily going to be exact 7-day weeks. In fact, there's 31 days in January. So, you know, the first week, for some of you, it may be in play like for 6 days. The second week might be 4 days, and so on. You know, the third might be 9 days. So keep that in mind, please, as you're getting the reading. And also that, you know, some of these energies may overlap. Spirit has pointed it out to me, in fact, with some of them, that there's going to be an overlap. But that could happen without Spirit pointing it out to me directly. I apologize if you hear any interruptions. One of my New Year's goals and things that I am working on is getting a better place to record these videos. Color cards. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Rising signs, please. January 2018. Okay. That's neat. You definitely have fiery energy with you entering January. I did mention how Aries is going to be hosting Mars again. It's actually, Mars is going home to Aries. That's its home sign. One of its 2 home signs. And so we have this beautiful gold and amber color showing up here in your January. Oh, and we want to pull one theme color for the month. It's magenta. Connect to your deepest inner knowing. So this card here, I've asked Spirit with these readings to give me one card to be like the highlighted message from your guides and from Spirit. So for you, the answer to that, the thing that Spirit wants to highlight here about January is to connect to your deepest inner knowing. So I really feel like Spirit's asking you to move in harmony with this energy of coming home. It doesn't necessarily mean that, like, doesn't necessarily mean that, like, that Martian energy, that Aries energy of being, starting things and being an initiator and action and activity. And again, I'm not talking about people, I'm talking about the sign. It doesn't necessarily mean that that feels like home energy to you, but it's like your authentic nature, right, coming home. You know the specifics. It's saying, it's going to, Spirit will speak to you personally about it if you just open yourself to receiving that information. That's one thing about my readings too, is the Spirit does do that with me. It'll put up a veil to protect me and to protect you, to protect privacy. I am Scorpio, and that's the way I read, like my sun sign is Scorpio, and that's the way that I read. And Spirit works with me on that. So in the first week of January, it looks like you are doing some reflective work, possibly. Either that or maybe connecting with the females in your family, spending more time with female friends even. We have Diana, focused intention, coming up as your goddess card. It says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. That is what I'm saying here. Like, the stars and the skies are lined up beautifully for success. Okay. But the thing about Sagittarius is, and Jupiter is, I don't see them as gods, because planet and, sign, I'm just going to say gods, just for the sake of simplicity here, that would try to challenge your free will or try to get you to come out of your free will, right? Try to put you in bondage or slavery or whatever. In all honesty, the sign of Scorpio would do that. And Pisces does that sometimes too, for the sake of learning or altered perspective or whatever, just to challenge your will. It's not always an unhealthy thing, right? But the thing is, the Sagittarius and Jupiter, they're not that sort of energy. They're not going to try to challenge your free will at all. They're like the person, they're the ones on the ladder, like giving you a hand, pulling you up, to recognize and live within your free will. So here we have this card, Diana, and this card to me always resonated as the female version of Sagittarius. So that's gorgeous energy to have within the first weeks of January when we're talking, entering a brand new year and New Year's resolutions and maybe, altered behavioral patterns that you're trying to implement into your life, or you are implementing into your life. You're moving forward in new directions, this new change. It's gorgeous energy to have for that. All right, then we have Saturn coming up reversed along with the moon, and we have white lighten up. I think that maybe some of you are overthinking things too much and you're letting your emotions and your thoughts weigh on you too heavily. Okay, it's actually creating a blockage with the 10th house energy, with the energy of Saturn, with the energy of self-discipline and being able to do the work, do the hard work, do all the steps, have the patience, and then reap the greater reward that's attached to that. Okay, so the first week of January, you may be realizing this, and the stars may be aligned so that you're finally able to rebalance this energy, reharmonize it, remove any blockages. Okay, and the color card is white, lighten up. So I do feel like, Spirit's message about how to do that is in this color. It's a great color to have around you and meditate with if you feel called and motivated to at this time. And we do have this beautiful moon energy here. But the thing about the moon is it's it moves very fast compared to the other planets in astrology, and it is very symbolic of that yin-yang energy of the lightness and the darkness, right? Because it is a luminous, white. And at the same time, we do have that whole dark side of the moon. We have the moon phases. Okay, so this can be symbolic of kind of overfeeling, overthinking, carrying on too much baggage, and needing to lighten up. This can also be symbolic, if you're a woman, of connecting with your power in that, with your womanhood. And again, could be connecting with females in your life. But this can also be reflection and integration and many different things. So let's take a look at the second week of January. Bast, independent, says your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Good for you, Pisces. It's awesome. Some of you might have planets and things in your chart that have Aries, like you might have Mercury in Aries, or you might have your moon or your ascendant or Venus or something like that, and really be getting a boost from this Mars entering Aries transit. Okay, you're getting the green light to go ahead and roll with that and feel good about the ways that you are independent in your life. You have gold, attract abundance. I haven't looked to see what phase the moon is going to be in all honesty, around New Year's and in January, like entering January, where the full moon and the new moons are. But this is an energy of magnetizing abundance to you, whether it's money, whether it's love, whether it's tangible, whether it's etheric or what have you. I mean, this can be many things. For some of you, this might be quality sleep. Good quality sleep is what abundance is to you. For some of you, it might be uplifting moods. For some of you, it might be specific amounts of money, or it might be specific objects. It might be a trip somewhere, different things. You're attracting goodness and abundance to you if you're allowing it. Okay, there is also air coming up on the table, and Pluto reversed. Pluto reversed is showing a blockage, possibly with some scorpionic themed things, right? Like sex, power, abusive power, and proper use of power, change, transformation. So you have this air card, though, coming up beside it, and air can be representative of travel. So some of you may be doing some traveling in the second week of January, approximate. It's also communication. So some of you may be thinking a little bit differently, challenging, checking, changing your mental paradigms, your belief systems even. Those are possibilities. What's going on? For some of you, this is going to be more about writing or typing, catching up on correspondences, writing, journaling, blogging, creative things with communication and the written word and our voice. So very general here, but I do think that this is kind of where the key is here, and this maybe the skeleton key as well, for this time around the second week of January, along with Bast independent, the message from the goddess, that your thoughts and your thinking and your communication hold the healing remedy for this imbalance or this blockage on the themes of Pluto. So power, change, transformation, self-confidence, self-esteem, be some specifics. Okay, there's definitely an element of mind over matter here, and like a great time to be working with the law of attraction and creative visualization. Okay, definite message here also, key message here also, to be able to praise yourself for your independence and recognize it as a foundation for your strength and success. So you can feel good about it. For some of you, I really think that's the message you needed to hear, these cards. If not, there's a good chance that message wasn't for you. Ultimately, with this reading and everything, January here, it's checking in with your deeper inner knowing. You have that heart chakra healing energy that came up with 2019. It's definitely like about kicking off the year on that energy, that theme energy. That's what's coming through. Okay, so you should be able to detect if that message is for you or not for you. Just a feeling you get inside. You have the butterfly maiden coming up, transformation, in the third week. So there may be like some preparing for transformation maybe going on, and then you're actually seeing a transformation in the third week for some of you. It says you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. You have Jupiter reversed, you have Neptune reversed. Some of you might not be feeling that way. Some of you might be feeling like this change sucks, in all honesty. Build your confidence is coming up. So there's something with the second and the third week of January. There is some underlying sort of running to energy, running together, a commonality between this second and third week. It may be that there's a large project or transformation underway, and so that energy is in play for a longer period of time to assist that. Here in this third week, we've got Jupiter coming up reversed along with Neptune coming up reversed. Okay, so this is blockages and imbalances related to expansion and being related to benevolence and happiness and joy and bliss, related to prosperity, related to higher learning. For some, it might be related to getting into a school specifically, or into some sort of classes. Or like you don't have the information you need yet to move forward in some way you're trying to and you'd like to. Spiritual truths. And also, like feeling free-spirited. Just abundance and things that why though? We have Neptune coming up reversed as well, and Neptune is our imagination and our super consciousness. It's our creative energy. It's our ability to daydream and visualize, astral travel, sleep. Okay? It's also our fears, our illusions, delusions, misunderstandings, confusion. So there's some sort of imbalance and blockage here. It may be a misunderstanding. Could be a misunderstanding of a universal truth or a higher truth here, because Cayenne comes up. That build your confidence message comes up again. And I'm really feeling this. We've got over here the wings here with the butterflies. I'm really feeling this is like a message from the angels or a message from spirit guides. Fae, I'm not really sure, a message coming through. It's because there's numerous people to general reading, and it's feeling like, it's some of this and some of that, but who it's coming from. It's definitely a benevolent place, right? This message of build your confidence is like a message from, I'm going to use the word angels. Your angels to raise your vibration up so that your experience can change and your reality can expand, and you can be more in touch with these higher spiritual truths, so that this blockage can transform. All right, so that your thinking is more optimistic, more positive, and you're able to manifest more clearly the type of expansion that I think you've been going for, the type of expansion that comes from your higher self, from a place of confidence. Okay. Whatever is going on, the transformation, the messages from the goddess is that it ultimately is bringing great blessings. Okay. That healing of that energy of Jupiter being blocked or imbalanced, maybe you're getting the short end of the stick, feeling that way, as far as your blessings come and wealth and abundance and spiritual growth, that's being healed. That's being healed and transformed. Where are the goddesses? I think I want them right side up here. One of the signs I think had the color cards really well displayed in yours. It just feels like the goddesses want to be there at the front line here. So Amber, awaken your creativity, is coming up in the 4th week of January. That's very lovely. Some of you may, really immediately kind of feel the blockage remove and the release, and you're just going home, into like artistic energy, healed Neptunian energy. That is, your ruling planet, Pisces, Neptune. Yeah, you're making something in the 4th week of January. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. Rhiannon, the sorceress card, comes up. So Spirit's prompting me now to let you know that there is an extended reading for your sign available for the month of January. One of the things that's going to happen with that is I'm going to read for all of the goddesses. I'm going to read everything in the booklet. And there's more. There's a separate video talking about the extendeds for January. We made it to 2019. Yay, celebrate. Sorry, Pisces. Had to share the excitement. I hope you're excited about it too. I think it's well worth the price. So please check out that link if you feel called or motivated to do so. So you have this creative energy now 3 times on the table. We have Gemini, the 3rd house. This isn't always really brought up in the context of being a creative energy. It's more brought up as being kind of shallow and diversified or spread thin. It's the sign of the mail carrier going around can't stay long though. Hi, can't stay long. Said hi to a lot of people, but didn't really have a single meaningful conversation. Is possible with Gemini energy, right? But I am seeing it as a creative energy, a little bit of a creative energy here, because it is a sign of speaking and of, so it could be writing, it could be communicating in that way. And it is, the 3rd house, and we have the whole triangle symbol for fire, right? And then right beside this Gemini energy, we have the element of fire coming up, upside down, reversed, with a blockage or an imbalance on the 4th week. I think you could be healing it. Okay? And this is further infusing your creative energy, your creative juices, your creative talent and output for some of you. And also allowing you to do it in a way that balances your health and the rest of your life a little more synchronistically, like a little more harmony. It's possible. For some of you, you may be just kind of gathering data, doing research consciously or unconsciously about this part of your goals and achievement and getting there. Yeah, you may be socializing with some people that you don't socialize with all that often, and it's sort of like your mojo, right? Your creative mojo. It's giving you a nice fuel. And if there's something that you want to change at this time, you want to put into motion to start changing, you can. With this card, with Rhiannon the Sorceress coming up, it does say that you can. It says it's a matter of having the belief in that, honestly, that like Neptunian energy straight. I'm going to tell you that because that's the way the spirit is coming out with it, like in a purified forms, that Neptunian energy. It's the energy of coming home for your sign. And sometimes it's scary, I guess, to come home in a way. So the goddess card for the 4th week of January and like the end of January is Rhiannon Sorceress. You're a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And the way we started January was focused intentions. In this goddess's card, that's her main thing, is like, hey, get your intentions focused right and keep them there. Not just mentally, but emotionally, right? So it says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions too, focused on your target, and you will make your mark. That is so cool that your month, the first month of 2019 for you, Pisces, it's like protected, it's sealed in. You have a gateway, you have that 11, that gateway, however you want to look at it. Like, I'm seeing it like wrapped in a blanket, protected with this energy of empowerment and being able to do it, like from inside, from balancing your internal world and realm, you're able to shapeshift your external world. So gorgeous. I hope you guys have a wonderful month of January. I am currently working on things in the Yuletide event. Is a Yuletide craft and oracle reading bazaar. So I have a list of crafts I'm selling and auctioning off. It's a fresh pre-look before anything goes on Etsy, or I sell them elsewhere. It was the launch for it. Some Christmas tide and Yuletide specific products there. There's also a whole menu of winter, Yule, Christmas, and New Year's readings. I'm not sure if I left anything out, but games and fun. If you're not there and you want to be, just get there, even if it's after January, I guess. Come on and get an idea of what you might be invited to next year if you're interested. Happy 2019. Happy January. I'll talk to you guys soon. Namaste. Bye-bye. Be well. Where's my cursor gone?